Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, baby girl. Hey, I am back. I did a live stream over in the group that I founded like 6 years ago, the Ancient Astronaut Theory, the Real Truth. And there was a person in the chat, and for some reason, when I'm live, it doesn't show the comments. And it shows when someone's watching, but I can't see the chat. I didn't click on it, so that might have been my fault. But anyway, the reason why I'm jumping on here is because this person, when I was talking, she asked me to explain the part about ye are gods. So I'm just going to read this to you, and I'm just going to expound upon just a little bit. All right, it's going to be a quick video. So Psalms 82. It starts off as, God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Salah. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. And that's what we're doing right now. Right? All of us are walking in darkness. Very few of us have the light. Okay. And then it says, all the foundations of the earth out of course. I have said, and this is 80, 85, 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. That's a wrap. That's it. It's just 8 verses. And so when I say that we are gods, we all are gods. We're sentient beings. See, the creator of all is a being or an entity, conscious, light, darkness, all that there ever is and all that there ever will be, shed or made a copy of itself. That's why you get the splitting of the atoms. Okay. That's science explaining what we are and what we possess, right? Because we are energy beings. We are electromagnetic beings. We have, and I've said before, we have 3 bodies. Actually, we have 4. We have 3 bodies. We have a physical body, a, how do you want to say, an energetic body, and then we have a, I guess you would say a soul body, for lack of a better word. All right. And I know I've covered this before, but I know this person, Francis, you had asked me. And so, like I've said many times before in other videos, the creator of all is here. God lives here. The sides of the head or the region of the head are referred to as temples, because the temple of God is within us. Kingdom of heaven lives within us. Tim is a place of worship. El is the ancient Canaanite name for God. The head is the temple. Luke 17:12. The kingdom of God is within you. We carry that spark, which powers the vessel, right? Because we're energy beings. You can measure the hertz of a human energy body. You can see the energy field on Kirlian photography. We have energy grids or energy centers within our bodies. They're called chakras, okay? You stand out with your hands straight out like this. That's how far out your energy field is. And some people have a way of expanding the energy field out greater than that distance of both of your arms held out between your body on each side of your body, right? It also said the mind transmutes the constraints of time, space, and matter. As we delve into the realms of the mind, we enter a sacred domain akin to the kingdom of God. This is known as the eye of God in Egyptian art. It's also in Vedic texts. It's in all the texts around the world what this is, the seat of the soul, the pineal gland. Matthew 18:9. It is better for you to enter life with one eye than to have 2 eyes and be cast into the fiery hell. This verse is a metaphorical for us to become oneness with the conscious and of the mind. And that's why we say, and it says in the scriptures, ye are gods. But we don't walk around as though we are gods. We are supposed to grow up. We have an inner child. We raise that inner child to become an adult and to step into our oneness with the creator of all. And that's why I say Emmanuel, aka Joshua, aka Jesus, is a template of what we should strive to be. If you want to state that this being actually lived and he existed, Emmanuel it actually exist. A being named Joshua actually exists. Jesus Christ is a made up term, a name. Okay. But for all intensive purposes, Christ is a title, and Joshua or Emmanuel would be considered our brothers. Okay. Just like I'm considered to be your sister. All right. And you strive for the oneness with the creator of all. The kingdom of heaven is within you. The head is the temple or the heaven, and the heel or your feet is heel or hell. Your heel to the earth is hell. Okay. And when we say we're in sin, that basically means that the energy that sits at the base of the spine has not been risen. All right. It hasn't been risen. That's why you get Christ is in the tomb buried for 3 days, because of the oil, the chrism that's within your body. See, it's an alchemical process that we all have to go through. Every single month we go through it, whether you know it or not. Alcohol, the food, the frequencies, medications, things affect the chrism within your body. Right? I mean, the ancients knew this information, and those who are in control know this information. And the majority of people now do not understand this, right? So the head is the heaven, King 6:7 and 6:8. And the house, when it was being built, was built of stone made ready before it was brought there, so that there was neither hammer nor axe nor tool of any iron heard in the house while it was being built. That's the mind. That's the consciousness. The door for the lowest chamber was in the right side of the house, and it went up the winding stairs in the middle chamber and out of the middle into the third. Okay. It's describing the brain. It's describing the winding stairs, Jacob's ladder. That's your vertebrae. That's 33 vertebrae, 33 degrees. Jesus died when he was 33. It's all reference to the spine. It's all referencing what goes on within the human body and what goes on in the mind. And you have to step into your truth of existence, right? I mean, that's what it is. King 6:27, he placed the cherubim in the midst of the inner house, and the wings of the cherubim were spread out, so that the wing of the one was touching the wall, and the wing of the other cherubim was touching the other wall. That's a description of your brain. Look, and I shared this before, but I just want to go over it again since somebody asked. Look, this is a cherubim. This is your brain. It's talking about your mind. It's talking about where God dwells. It's a vestige because we no longer meditate. We no longer go up to the upper room anymore. We're living outwardly, and we're projecting everything outwardly when we need to go within. The creator of all has never left us. We left it because we're not utilizing the gifts that we were given. And it's because we weren't taught that. We're taught that this is evil, and then we're not supposed to seek the knowledge because it's witchcraft and it's devil worshiping when it's not. So you've got people running around trying to explain something that they have no idea what they're talking about. Okay. The ancients knew this information. I hate to call it occult knowledge. Occult just simply means it's hidden. It really isn't hidden. You just need to go look it up, right? Most people won't take the time to go do that. So when they're referencing know thyself, to know thyself is to know the creator of all, because you are God. Okay. Like I said before, the being in the void made a copy of itself. It shed itself. That's what the replication of the atom is. The splitting of the atom is the creator of all, bringing forth all of what you see. The issue, and it always has been, is that there are other entities besides us and have taken upon themselves to hijack this realm that we live in, right? Creator of all has never left us. We have left it, and we have not tapped into the true oneness of self. Okay. So it says, we are multi-dimensional infinite consciousness incarnate in a physical body for a period of intense experience on the road of evolution. We don't die because we cannot die. Energy is consciousness, and energy cannot be destroyed, only transform into another expression of itself. When you realize that you are not your physical body, but the infinite eternal consciousness giving life to that body, your vision of yourself and your potential is expanded beyond measure. You were somebody before you came into this body. You don't remember that, right? Because we're taking on this lower state of existence. So you have to work your way back up to the higher consciousness and reconnect with the seat of the soul, which is in the middle of your head. There's a process that you take your body through, right? So it says the essence of your being and every cell within your body is inherently multidimensional. However, your conscious awareness has been conditioned to navigate within the confines and constraints of the three-dimensional matrix. So we're caught up in this illusion of the physicality of what we see, but we're not these physical creatures. I hope that makes sense. 2 Corinthians verse 4:18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are not seen are temporal, but the things which are not, okay, let me read that again. I didn't say that right. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So there is ether that surrounds us. That's why I said we had capability to tap into 0 point energy, which is the creator of all. Okay. We are energy beings. Our bodies are powered by the spark that the creator gave us to come into these bodies, right? When the fetus has a heartbeat, that's the spark. You've entered into the womb of a woman. And so that's where you can hear the heartbeat at so many weeks out. You can hear the baby hiccuping and kicking because we've taken on that form and we're in the womb and we're about ready to come back into this existence again. Only we don't remember that. Some of us are born with our memories and some of us know exactly what this is and why we're back. But too few of us are like that. There's only a handful of people that do that. Okay. But my point is that the breath, let me read this part. The breath is the essence of the divine. Hawa. So that is the breath. When you say Yeshua or you say, what's that other word? Yahweh. Yahweh is not the name of the creator of all. Okay. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Breath. Hawa is the creator. It's the life force that sparks within you. The breath is the essence of the divine through elusive to our sight, taste, and touch. Much like fish are oblivious to the water they swim in, we often move through the breath as if it were non-existence. Unbeknownst to us, we traverse an ocean spirit. The Holy Spirit is intricately woven into every breath. It serves as a life force that animates our personality and stirs our emotions upon our first inhale at birth. It graces us, and with our final exhale at death, it gracefully departs. The term spirit finds its roots in the Latin word spire, meaning breath. Thus, it is an undeniable truth that breath and spirit are synonymous. Okay. When you come into this existence, when we say devil, we mean that we have devolved or we have fallen. Mental, astral, etheric, and physical planes. So there's 4 planes and we have 4 bodies. With mental, astral, etheric, and physical. Those are the 4 bodies. I usually say 3 because we usually just talk about the astral, the physical, and the mental plane, right? But there's an etheric body. Okay. So we have the 4 bodies. We need to align all 4 of them. I hope I'm not losing you guys. The only thing I can tell you at this point is that you have to remember one thing. We were born with everything that we need. We just have to tap into it. And the challenge and the issue is the world that we live in, they don't make it easy because this world is not what you think it is. And it's not ran by who you think it is. People want to say the devil, Lucifer, blah, 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 blah. You have to research those meanings and those individuals. The devil is not Lucifer and Satan is not Lucifer and Satan is not the devil. Those are 3 different entities, 3 different beings taking on different names. They try to merge it into one being. No, as I've spoken to you and I've said the devil, if you mix the words around, it means deveil, which means you have devolved, you have descended into your lower state. Okay. And you've taken on this body to have an experience, but you are consciousness awareness, having an experience in these physical bodies. These bodies are not you. They're just like you getting in a car and driving a Porsche, an Audi, a Ford, a BMW, an Acura. We interchange these bodies, okay? And not to get too far off topic, you just need to understand that everything around us has been conditioned and weaponized against us to keep us from understanding this knowledge and to keep us from tapping into our truth and walking into our true existence, which means becoming Christed, which is a title. That is why Jesus died at 33, because we have 33 vertebrae in our spine. We are God's incarnates. Okay. We just have not tapped into the temples in the skull of Golgotha. Okay. It's all encoded. We are light bodies. What is it? Myrrh is light. Ka is spirit, and Ba is body. Okay. That's why I said we have three bodies, but really and truly, we have a mental, an astral, etheric, and a physical body. Okay. But we are bodies. If you go into a studio, a Curlin photography studio, and you stand there and they take a picture of your aura, you can see your chakras. You can see the light coming off of your body. That's why when you, in the wintertime, if you go outside and you wear certain clothing, you can shock someone because that's the energy from your body, from your vessel. Your heart is a valve. It's a pump, right? It's a pump. And, it beats so many minutes per minute is what I'm trying to say. And so when the energy leaves the body, your heart stops beating. It's because you weigh less. It's because you leave the vessel, you transcend, right? Every night you go to sleep, you die. Sleep is a cousin to death. Let me put it that way. You are resting, and your etheric body is tethered by a fine cord, and you have someone that escorts you in and escorts you out. That's why you say when you wake up and you're like sweating and you're having a bad dream, it's because you were really there, but you weren't in your body. You were there in your etheric body or your astral body. Let me put it that way. Your astral body, right? So I know this may be foreign to a lot of you because you do go to church and you worship and you're not taught these things in church, because your minister is not going to tell you this stuff, because 9 times out of 10, your minister is not versed in the occult knowledge, though they may be a Freemason and they go to these organizations to smoke cigars and meet brothers and try to get ahead with the fiat, the fake currency, and to become wealthy or to become established, have multiple businesses, to have the connection, but they're building externally, right? Building externally when they need to be going inward internally. That's why I said they don't make it, this world doesn't make it easy for you. Yet it is so simplistic and easy. It is so hard for us to do, right? So I just wanted to expand on that. I just wanted to make sure I explained that to you, Francis. I hope that I did. Like I said before, know thyself is to know the creator of all. We are all God's incarnate. And yes, we need to hold each other accountable, but we also have to understand that the majority of people nowadays, they don't know this information. And a lot of times people are going to say, well, that's of the devil. And where did you get that book? And just like the Emerald Tablets of Thoth Hermes is a great book that you can pick up and you can read. And it was written well before the King James Version Bible was put together, right? So I hope that this has been beneficial. And, I hope that, you investigate it further. The only other thing I want to tell you about our bodies is the energy that rises through our bodies is what's called the Kundalini energy, right? So it ascends through Sumshuma. A subtle influx of potential or potent energy reaches the brain, thus flows, extends from the reticular activating system, which is the RAS, and the thalamus to the cortex, sparking the activation of dormant and underactive regions of the brain, particularly in the frontal lobes, and the entire brain synchronizes and it pulses cohesively and generates this consistent, high amplified brain waves across various frequency bands. That's what it means to become Christed. I'm explaining that to you. While the peak amplitude often resides in the alpha band, heightened activity is notably pronounced in the frontal area with increased fast EEG activity at the beta and gamma bands. So they can measure the energy that flows up the spine and into your brain, where you get this crown. It actually looks like a crown. That's why when you see pictures of Christ, it is a crown, and you see these sun beams coming off his head, is because he is entangled, or he has reached a point of nirvana, or a point of being oneness with the creator of all. So you have a direct connection with source, and you've tapped into the universal conscious mind. Some people call it the Akashic records. It goes by many different names. I just wanted to make sure I explain that to you, but you can look at more information. I would highly recommend you get the Book of Wisdom, Volume 1, Book of Wisdom, Volume 2. Okay. And also read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth Hermes. Just because you go into a religious establishment and you are in a community or a church does not mean you stop learning. You look at the information and you analyze it and you use it for discernment, but more importantly, meditate on it, pray on it, fast on it, and it will come to you. But I hope this has been beneficial to you. Again, I was reading from Psalms 82. I read all 8 verses, and I hope I've explained it enough to where you understand that ye are all gods and we are truly one family. And when we exit these bodies, to exit the body is to be present with the Lord. Okay. We go back to the infinite source of the infinite creator. Okay. That's what you need to understand. And that's what you need to concentrate on. And eating meat is one of the worst ways that you can ascend. The fastest way for you to get in touch with the creator of all is to go within and to change your diet and change your water source. You got to get off the meat. You cannot consume flesh and to become godly. You just cannot. There's too much text out there. There's too much information out there that will tell you. At one point in time, we were breatharians, which means we lived off the ether that the creator of all provides to us. We did not eat. And then some of the people, as time went on, they started to eat. Okay. They started to eat plants and vegetables and fruits and things like that. You will have people to tell you, I'm on the carnivore diet. I'm on this, that, and the other diet. I'm simply going to tell you there's tons of information out there. You just need to go look at it. Okay. I'm telling you what I know. You cannot become Christed and continually to consume meat. If you want to you want to connect with source, then you've got to break it down to where you eliminate a lot of stuff. And then once you're on that path and on that journey, once you become Christ, if you want to start consuming flesh, then that's up to you and the creator of all at that point. I can't tell you. All right. I'm just going to tell you, in order for you to ascend, you're going to have to get rid of a lot of shit. That's it. Point blank simple. But anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing night. Thanks for joining me. Francis, I hope I explained it to you, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.